While the Indian skipper Virat Kohli may have stated that the Indian Premier League (IPL) form will have no bearing on the World Cup selection, former left-arm pacer Zaheer Khan feels it will certainly be a factor to freeze one or two slots still open in India's World Cup squad.
Well, you look at the past. Has IPL helped Indian selectors identify players? The answer is yes. And have someone been picked on the basis of performance of IPL? The answer is also yes. So I think for the World Cup also, those slots which you're talking about, I'm sure the form is going to matter, and everyone is going to be very keen and upbeat for grabbing that spot. The support system, what we have, and the workload monitoring which we have, it's been of top quality. We have able physios, trainers who have been monitoring not only in this tournament, right throughout the IPL. Since the time they've been involved, and similarly with BCCI also, there is a monitoring system in place. I've always felt that end of the day, it's an individual call. End of the day, it's an individual call. You have to listen to your body. You have to respond how you are approaching the game. What kind of signals they are getting, and there are individuals who have been working with different trainers. So they are also connected. So I think we all recognize how important the World Cup as a tournament is, and we also understand that how IPL brings to the table. What IPL brings to the table is the match practice and the intensity. You don't want a layoff of a long time also for any cricketer. For any cricketer, be it a bowler, batsman, he needs to be in touch and dealing with pressure. That is also going to be a huge factor in World Cup. So we recognize that, we understand that, and things and steps will be taken, keeping into consideration all the aspects. Like I said, approach doesn't change, right? We are playing a game, and the game decides how it's evolving. The conditions decide how one is going to approach the game. There are conditions where, as a batsman, that you're timing the ball right from the beginning, and your strike rate is reflection of that. Okay, and there are days when if I have to give example, CSK Sunrisers kind of wicket, where you can't just go and freely play your shots. So it's the game and the conditions decide how one is going to approach in terms of intensity, be it a bowler or a batsman. Similarly for bowler also, you'll have to figure out what are the best options in a particular scenario on that particular day. So I think it's a very relative to the match scenario. Well, that has been a factor for this IPL, and most of the franchises have been keeping that in mind. So the squad's selection also has been affected, keeping that in mind. And if you look at our squad also, we don't think that is going to be a factor for us. Most of the guys are going to be pretty much available unless it's otherwise for some injury reason or a forced change. I don't see any combination getting affected because of players leaving early. I know there's been a lot of talk around the World Cup and looking at the World Cup, but I somehow see that when the Indian team is going to play the World Cup, we have to trust them. We have to trust the squad. We have to trust each and every member who is going to the World Cup. And as viewers, as fans now, and looking at the team and backing the team, I think we have to take this pressure off from them. You don't want them to be playing in a tournament right now and thinking that, oh, what if I get injured? What if I give you're creating a scenario and situation where a player is going to think, if I give my 100% and get injured here playing IPL, I'm going to be blamed for that. I think as it's everyone's responsibility to take this pressure off from players and let them play the game. I think, who guarantees the injuries is not going to happen? And one thing I've always endorsed, playing more and more matches have always helped me stay in that zone, stay in that game. The rhythm is on top in pressure scenario and situation. If you have to rest a player right now, when he doesn't need a rest, is he going to get same kind of intensity in the nets? And for him to continue with his game and optimum performance, if his intensity is required, then why are you keeping him away from creating that intensity in a match scenario? Because that pressure is never, that scenario is never replicated in a net scenario, no matter what. So I think we all need to just kind of make peace with this workload talk and and the World Cup squad. We understand how important it is, but also we need to create a scenario where players are happy that everyone is backing them and trusting them. Yuvraj Singh, bringing him in the squad has been a boost because of the match winning ability which he has. And in our discussions leading up to the auction, we have identified that we need an experienced batsman who can control the game in the middle. Since Rohit has decided, and we all are backing him to go and open the innings. We need that experience also in the middle order. And who is better than someone like Yuvraj Singh? So that has been the thought process around that. And he's looking good. He's looking good in the nets. We are very happy with him. He's really looking forward to have an impact on this IPL. So that's great news for all the fans of Yuvraj Singh and all the MI fans, that he's looking forward to this season and doing everything possible to make sure he's there.